Hello, welcome to Daunting on Stupidity. I'm your host Daunt, and on this channel we go over criminal cases and we daunt on the criminal and in a humorous way, because that's how I am. I am a funny guy. I like to make fun of stupid people, especially the one who does crime. And this time is the case of Casey Anthony. If y'all don't know what happened, back in 2008, her daughter Kaylee went missing, and allegedly she killed her, but she was proven not guilty. That's what happened, and we're gonna go over a couple of videos, and I'm gonna dunk on her ass because I don't like her. I don't like her, but let's start.
For the first time on camera, Casey Anthony, the woman infamously accused and later acquitted of murdering her own daughter Kaylee,
As to the charge of first-degree murder, not guilty.
Casey's never told her story.
is now addressing
So the reason why she was not found guilty is because the dude named Juan Martinez, I think that's his name. I don't know. Her lawyer, that is a pretty high lawyer, pretty big lawyer. Because of him, she did not get life in prison or acquitted for murder or charged for murder. She was charged for lying to the police, giving false information to law enforcement, and other thing. I don't remember actually, but all of it. But that's
lingering questions more than a decade after that not guilty decision.
911, what's your emergency? My daughter's been missing for the last 31 days.
and that is because her mom kept asking Casey, "Where's Kylie? Is Kylie okay? Where's Kylie?" And the grandma called the police first, and then Casey called because she didn't give a fuck. She did not give 2 cents fuckery for her daughter, which I found disgusting. It's just horrifying.
Including why it took a month to report Kaylee's disappearance and what happened on the last day she saw her daughter.
The only person in this world that matters to me still is my daughter. But I'm still defending the fact that I didn't hurt her.
In a
That's so that. Okay. That's my opinion. My opinion. I found it very, very hypocritical that she said that her daughter, that's all that matters to her. But I think during the months that Kaylee was missing, she was entering a hot body contest in Florida. I think it was Jacksonville. Pretty sus, my guy.
three-part limited series. Anthony blames her father, George, for the tragic death, alleging that he staged Kaylee's drowning in order to cover up that he might have been abusing his granddaughter. She tells Peacock, owned by NBC Universal, which also owns NBC News, that the day Kaylee disappeared, she actually fell asleep with the 2-year-old child in her arms, only to be awakened by her father, later holding the lifeless child. In the series, Casey...
Okay, so, what the hell? Okay, let's just bonk this. So, Kaylee said that she fell asleep. Casey said she fell asleep with Kaylee in her arm. Then Kaylee disappeared, and her dad had Kaylee in his arm. It doesn't matter timestamp because she was missing for a month, and then I think the end of 2008 they found a remains of Kaylee's or something like that. I'm not too sure, but yeah.
He says she was soaking wet. I can see him standing there with her in his arms and hand her to me and telling me that it's my fault, that I did that I caused that. But he didn't rush to call 911 and he wasn't trying to resuscitate her. For 31 days, Anthony says she thought her daughter was alive and well while she stayed with a boyfriend.
She stayed over a month with a boyfriend of hers. I don't even know if she's still with them. And she thought that Kaylee was safe with someone. What the fuck? No, it doesn't make sense. I'm sorry I'm yelling. But common sense, Casey. Common sense.
Perfect.
But back in 2011, Anthony's defense team telling a different story, arguing in court that Kaylee was not killed, but drowned in the family pool. And after the child was found, he helped dispose of the body in order to cover up the death, something George Anthony repeatedly denied during testimony.
Okay, but the question is, why would she cover an accidental drowning? It wouldn't like if, if Kaylee did drown, why did Casey, try to cover up her drowning? And drowning is supposed to be an accident, unless she tried to drown her, but.
Casey Anthony now admits she lied about a host of circumstances to police as a consequence of a fractured family life and a father who lawyers accused of sexually abusing her for years.
I lied. But no one asked why.
George Anthony also vehemently denied those abuse allegations in court and has never been charged with any crimes related to them. He has not responded yet to our new request for comment on the documentary. As one of the most controversial trials in recent memory,
you do everything in your power to protect your daughter.
Deepens with another voice.
Bro, this is bullshit. She's like, oh, you'll do anything to protect your daughter, and she doesn't do jack shit. My God.
Another chapter.
And Casey Anthony was convicted of several charges, including lying to police for which she served time behind bars. That documentary will be available on November 29th on Peacock. Guys, back to you.
All right, Sam Brock for it.
So she was convicted for over a year in jail, but she only served 10 days in prison or jail. I'm not sure which she went, but yeah, so she spent only 10 days because she got bailed out. I don't know who or how she got bailed out. I don't remember, but I do know she was bailed out.
There in Florida. Sam, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so we're gonna look at... Oh yeah, so Casey Anthony emerges on TikTok. I forgot, she has a TikTok
More than 16
and yeah.
years after she was accused of murdering her own daughter.
This is my first of probably many recordings.
Casey Anthony is reintroducing herself to the public on TikTok.
I am a legal...
Okay, that's in my opinion, I think trying to reintroduce yourself as a person who is known to do horrible things on TikTok of all places, I don't know, man. Like, I feel like TikTok, I don't know, I don't think anything seriously on TikTok, to be honest, anymore. I just don't. So for me, finding that Casey is trying to be like, oh, I'm a TikToker now, it's just weird for me. I don't know.
Advocate.
Without providing much detail, the now 38-year-old says she wants to use her platform to help others in a legal capacity.
I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself.
Legal advocate. You can be an advocate for something, but she's not legally an advocate. Like, she did not, I don't know.
And also advocate for my daughter.
Casey also
So, funny thing is that she said that she wants to advocate for herself and her daughter. So her daughter is like a second thought, or just she does not give a flying jack shit fuck about her daughter.
Directing followers to new posts on the publishing platform Substack.
As a proponent for the LGBTQ community, for legal...
Not for Pride Month. Wait, when that was... Okay, 3 months ago, but we are in June now. I am late to the party, I'm sorry, y'all. But... yeah, no, she says advocate for the LGBTQ community and the women's right community. I don't think they want you, Casey. Everyone hates you. I hate you. But that's my opinion. Because apparently if someone talks shit about her, she will sue them. Alright, it's my opinion. You cannot sue me for your opinion. For my opinion, actually. Whoops.
Legal community. Women's rights. I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me.
Okay, first of all, never say thrust upon me. It wasn't thrusted. You know, like thrusted for me, it's like thrust the hip. You know, like moving the hips or something. But no one thrusted that responsibility on you, or thrusted the LGBTQ plus community or the women's right community or something like that to her. No one wants her. If you do, please get out. The door is there. If you are a supporter of Casey Anthony on this channel, bye bye.
And now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been since 2008.
The TikTok.
A curse that you did for yourself. If she hasn't allegedly murdered her daughter, she would be a normal mom. She would be a normal woman, but because she was accused of murder, of course it's been a curse, so you made the choice to do it. Oh my
video
God.
quickly racking up millions of views, as well as drawing criticism across social media.
Casey Anthony is on TikTok giving legal advice. Are you out of your minds?
I agree with her. Are you out of your mind? Casey Anthony. I don't think she will probably... I'm a very small content creator. But Casey Anthony, you are a dumb bitch to try to rebrand yourself as a good person and as for advocate for women's rights, LGBTQ rights, and other right stuff. It's not how it works. And we all know your past. It was televised. I'm pretty sure it's one of the most popular cases in recent decades, I think, if I remember well. But even then, I don't know.
In 2008, Anthony was charged with first-degree murder in the death of her 2-year-old daughter, Kaylee. Years later, in 2011, she was acquitted by a jury for the murder in one of the most-watched criminal trials in history. More than a decade since that not guilty verdict, the case continues to captivate the nation.
But I'm still defending the fact that I didn't hurt her.
Casey breaking her silence.
She says she didn't hurt her. But if she didn't hurt her and Kaylee went missing, that's pretty much a shitty shit to do. Because, I don't know, if I had a kid and if that kid was missing for maybe a day, I would call the police right away. Not even a day, maybe 2 hours. I would be like, yo, cops, my kid is, I haven't seen them in a bit. And also, Kaylee was like 2 years old, I think, at that point. Call the police. I don't know if your 3-year-old is missing. Maybe, I don't know, call the police. But, that's my opinion.
Silence in a recent docuseries on Peacock, which is owned by NBC News parent company NBC Universal, accusing her own father, George Anthony, of killing Kaylee to cover up alleged sexual abuse.
Well, I was doing what I was told by my father.
George Anthony has never been charged with a crime and has vehemently denied his daughter's accusations. Now, after years of scrutiny in the public eye, Casey Anthony says she wants to use her spotlight to advocate for others.
My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people.
Okay, so Liz, that's the goal. Any indication about what kind of work she's actually going to be doing online?
Well, Craig, it's unclear what her legal background is, but in that TikTok video...
She does not have a legal background. The only legal background she has is her being in the justice system for alleged murder or alleged shit that happened, but that is because of her. Like she didn't, go into, try to study law. No, she was, as in her words, she was thrust upon it or something like, I don't know.
Anthony says she will be setting up an email for people to communicate with her directly about legal matters. And she says she intends to talk about things like privacy rights. One of the reasons she's doing this, she says, is because people close to her have recently been targeted and attacked. And we should...
Because of her. People who are associated with her are going to get... Sadly, they are going to get targeted. Even, maybe if they're... I don't know. They... even if they're not... fucking part of it. Okay, I get it. But they're still in her circle. So people in Casey's circle is gonna get sadly harassed even though they are innocent. They're innocent bystander.
Should point out, Craig, Casey Anthony and her parents did not respond to our request for comment. Craig.
All right, Liz Quirtz for us there in LA. Liz, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching.
Okay, I'm gonna play one last video and then I'm gonna be done. I'm not gonna. Let's try. I don't want to watch a long ass video of Casey Anthony. She gives me the ick, bro. What is that on here? Yeah, let's do this one.
For those of you who don't know, my name is Casey Anthony. My daughter is Kaylee Anthony.
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
I feel that it's important that I use this platform that was thrust upon me and now look at as a blessing as opposed to the curse that it has been.
It wasn't thrust upon you, and again, the reason why that it's been a curse is because of your action. If you didn't do the shit you did or was, I don't know, this is just not it.
And since 2008.
More than 15 years after Casey Anthony became infamous.
Ew. No, not, okay. She's not an ugly woman, but her hair here, I don't know.
The whole point of this is for me to begin to reintroduce myself.
The true crime figure resurfaced.
Why would you want to reintroduce yourself? I don't know why. Like, if I did something horrible, I wouldn't want to do that sort of shit. I don't know.
And rebrands on TikTok.
I am a legal advocate. I am a researcher. I've been in the legal field since 2011.
That's not true. Like I said, the only legal shit she ever done was because she was sent to jail for a year, over a year, I think, because she lied. She did not go study in like a law school or the justice system. She did not study. She got arrested and got in jail. That's why.
And in this capacity, I feel that it's necessary, if I'm going to continue to operate appropriately as a legal advocate, that I start to advocate for myself. And
notice how she says herself. I don't remember if she says Kaylee afterward, but still. You don't say yourself first, bitch.
Also advocate for my daughter.
Casey's
exactly. If you want to sound credible a little bit, Casey, please use your daughter's name first. Like, she's like, oh, I want to advocate for myself and my daughter. Like, I feel like the daughter part was just added for. She was like, oh, they're so annoying, I want them to shut the fuck up, so she does that.
Laid low since her acquittal in the murder of 2-year-old daughter Kaylee, but now she's promising raw, uncut, and unfiltered legal advocacy, all from inside her car.
My goal is to continue to help give a voice to people, to give people tools and resources that they can utilize so they actually know where they can.
You did know, Casey, that there's a thing called Google. People can go on Google and, I don't know, go look shit up without going by you. Like, we don't need to text, hey Casey, I'm starting with this, like this stuff. Go on Google or try to find resources in your area, not by Casey Anthony, please.
Turn to. Still going to keep my privacy intact, so you will get very comfortable with my car, and I will explain in great detail why it's so important for people to protect their privacy.
This comes after her update in the 2022 docuseries Where the Truth Lies. Casey,
I'm not going to look at that series. If you want me to look at it, you're out on your mind. I'm not going to. I don't want to. It's also on Peacock, and I don't have that subscription for it, so.
She's still reeling from her trial's massive spotlight.
Whoa, look at this. What the fuck is her handcuffs pink? What? Is that impossible?
Massive spotlight.
That's weird.
I've spent the last 10.5 years doing primarily criminal defense work because I don't ever want to see someone be pigeonholed by not only law enforcement, but the media.
But I am...
Wait, what the fuck does this say?
Massive spotlight.
I've spent the last 10.5 years doing primarily criminal defense work
How the fuck can you do criminal defense work when you're not like a lawyer or anything? Like I said, the only way she was in the legal system is because she got arrested.
Because I don't ever want to see someone be pigeonholed by not only law enforcement, but the media.
But I am...
Because it's your fault! It's your dumb fault, you fucking bitch.
proverbially standing in the light, embracing this piece. Anyway, I appreciate your time, and we'll see how this goes.
Everyone fucking hates you, Casey. Everyone despises you. I hate you. I know a couple of other people hate you. I'm sorry. It's my opinion. Alright, we had enough about Casey Anthony. Comment what's your opinion on her. In my opinion, the way that I heard about the case and all of her dealing, I do believe she is guilty, but that is my opinion. But if you have other true crime event that happened, you can comment down below. If you want to, you can feel free to subscribe and like the video. It's really up to you. And again, if you want to see another sort of true crime, or just comment your opinion on her, you can always feel free to comment down below. And I hope you have a wonderful night or day or evening. See ya.